Okay, tell me about your experience with League, your journey, or anything. Just I'm curious to hear how you progressed to the game.
I started playing like in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
but last year I started to take it more seriously. I
Okay.
always played like for fun with friends and stuff.
Yep.
And then I stopped playing for like 2 years. And last year
Mm-hmm.
I started again a new account,
Okay.
and I'm trying to climb as an ADC, always as an ADC.
Okay. What made you like get a new account instead of playing on your main account?
Um, I was playing in another server.
Mm-hmm.
I moved to Spain
Okay.
2 years ago, so I have no friends to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
created an account and started to grind solo
Nice.
queue.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Good. Very nice. Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
So, what do you think you're struggling right now the most? What do you think you need help the most? I'm just curious to like, because we are going to look at the video together and figure it out, of course. But I want to see like what your prediction is so far. What do you think you're struggling with?
I'm like the first thing I notice is obviously my mechanical skills
Okay.
that are as of a bronze. I make a lot of mechanical mistakes, but
Okay.
when I'm not, I actually struggle on the decision making.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, Especially on hard games like a hard early game, for example.
Okay.
If the enemy bot lane or the enemy mid or jungler start to have advantage over our team, I can't seem to recover from that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. Good. First, let me tell you this, which is really important. Mechanics, they're not that important, so you don't have to worry about it. Like, you don't need good mechanics to be a good player, and that's really good. Like, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. Don't worry. Oh, I missed the flash. I missed my W. It's okay. Don't worry. Right? It's fine. But yeah, for sure, if you
Okay.
wanna look at our decision making, have a plan. You basically need, I would say, like guidance as to like have like some consistency, kind of know what to do in certain situations that happen a lot. I think that's what you would need the most, for sure.
Yes. Sometimes I know when I make a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
like a bad call, but I know it too late. I can't
Mm-hmm.
make the good decision fast enough.
Perfect.
So I
Yeah.
die, and then I see, I say, I should have do that instead of that, but
Yep.
I am dead, and
Yeah. Exactly. So it's perfect because like I have some really like I would say like quite easy ways to understand to like prevent bad things from happening. Basically, right? Find the mistake before it happens because that's what we want to do, right? That's the
yes,
easiest way to just play, right? Okay. Perfect. Very good. So yeah, basically, I'm just gonna like give you a few like habits you're kind of wanna follow in your games from now on. And you don't have to learn them all at the same time. Just take one or two at a time for a few days, and that's kind of how you should learn League the most. Just focus on a few things at once until you just know how to do it without thinking about it. Just like riding a bike, basically, right?
mm,
So yeah, first habit, which is very underrated, I would say, right? Loading screen. Loading screen, we really, really wanna think, right? Because as I mentioned, like mechanics are not that important, which means thinking becomes way more important. If you think more than your enemies, you're just gonna win more on average. It's that simple, right?
mhm.
So you load this screen while everybody's scrolling TikTok or whatever, right? You're just gonna think about the game and have a plan and know what exactly you have to do in the lane, right? And because League is such a complicated game, and I see a lot of people just focusing on so many things at the one time, and it's just so overwhelming. We're just gonna focus on what matters the most in a matchup and how to like figure out what you need to focus on, basically, right? So let's say, yeah, here, Jin Ash. How would you analyze this matchup? What do you think about this, right? What do you think about
Okay.
Jin and Ash?
I think that Ash is very annoying because she has her W, she has that slow.
Okay.
If she hits a W and Jean also hits a W, we they make a lot of poke damage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I also have Syra, so I know she's very annoying too. So first of all, I kinda wanna know how aggressive they are, and also I wanna hit level 2 first.
Okay. So you have some really solid points for sure. But basically you just want to think about like what's the most important thing, right? What scares you the most? What's their most important ability? What do you think is gonna stop you the most from what they have? What's the most troublesome thing you need to watch out for?
Ash ulti, Ash R.
Yeah, level 6 for sure. But before level 6.
Her W, Jinx fourth shot.
Well, yeah, but it's
Sorry,
like
if my English is not
no, don't
very.
do not worry. That's fine. It's perfect. I can understand, no worries, right? But okay, like you said, the 4 shot, but you know, the 4 shot you can. It's just a basic attack, right? It's not like you can do much about it, right? But what about like the HW, as you said? And then also like the GW, right? So it's like
Jin
H is
W,
gonna
yeah.
W, then G is gonna W, right? Cool. That's what we need to focus on, right? That's very dangerous for us because then they can actually hit you with the 4 shot and then the Halo Blades from Ash, right? For sure. But it's like if they use W from Ash and then G misses W, all of a sudden we look at Zyra Jinx. What does Zyra Jinx have? Right? What's strong about you?
Well, Zaira has her stunt, the
Zyra
stun
and Jinx
ability.
together, right? So yeah, Zyra
Yeah.
E. And what happens after Zyra presses E and it connects?
I place E2. I have to
Exactly,
place E2.
exactly, right? So suddenly it's like, who cares about Zyra Q? Who cares about Ash Q? Who cares about Jin 4 shot when the lane is basically Ash W into Jin W or Zyra E into Jinx E, and that decides basically what happens in a fight, Suitsu, right? And that's just an easy way to expect what you kind of have to play around the lane, no matter the matchup, because every matchup is just a nice, oh, they have Thresh, okay, Thresh hook, we know, good, we play around that, alright? So that's kind of how you want to think about it. Because
Okay.
let's say Zyra misses E, you know what you have to do if Zyra misses E, right?
No, I mean, if she failed her E,
Yeah. If she
I
fails it,
can like poke with W, for example, but I can't go all in.
yeah, because they're not gonna hit in the face with Ash, Hello Blades, and she's gonna W and they kill you, right? Exactly, right? So it's like if you have your strongest abilities up, it means we can fight. If they're down, we can't. And the opposite, when they miss them, it means you can fight, right? So that's just an easy way to think about fighting in lane overall, right? And then
Okay.
time to talk about like, okay, you said level 2, right? You want to play for level 2. I agree. Most of the time, no matter the matchup, really, just try to go for level 2. Especially because a lot of players don't really know what they're doing. They're not thinking about it. They're just going to come to lane. They don't know what they're doing, right? If you just have a plan to go for level 2, most of the time you're going to get it. For sure. So that's really good to see that you're thinking about level 2. Okay. So let's see how you handle level 2, right? So, first of all, do you usually stay here level 1?
Yes, or than that, Tribush
Okay,
also.
so let's bring this
I
up.
actually learned that from from your video.
Oh, okay, so you know, like you should stay around here, right? And then don't stay in the tri-bush because they could just
Yes.
invade through here, right? And just stay here. Okay, and the opposite in the red side. Okay, very good. Okay, great to see that. Okay, so I'm not gonna really talk about like mechanics again. That those don't really matter. Like you're just gonna get better and better the more you learn the game. It's fine, doesn't matter. And same goes with leashing. Like most people, at least you know in my games, people don't really leash anymore because you know junglers have pets and so on. But it's like if your support really wants to leash, your jungle wants you to leash, just leash. Because what are you gonna do? Go in lane alone? If your support leashes, just leash. That's fine. You don't have to worry about it too much, right? Again, leashing or not leashing is not really gonna make or break your lane. It's fine.
I actually want to help just to not tilt them, you know.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. Right. What matters now is that, of course, you want to watch out for this brush, but you see Jin here, so probably Zyra won't be here. I just want to watch out for enemy tricks and who knows what they might do, right? So you don't get caught early on. But I want to see you like hit the minions here, just because you want level 2 basically, right? You want level 2, you're gonna hit the minions. This is really well so far. Jin is kinda close to the minions, you wanna Q the wave and hit with Jin. I think that's super clever for me to do that. And here I want to see you hit the wave. Just keep hitting the wave, right? Okay, hit the wave. There you go. Let's see how we handle the level 2 situation. That's very important. Mm-hmm.
I make a mistake there.
Yeah, so what do you think is wrong, basically? Right? What do you think the mistake is?
I wasn't fast enough, I think.
Fast enough
Like
with what?
I should have like hit level 2 and immediately throw an W or be closer to punish Ash because she was really like I'm always like behind Zaira.
Mm-hmm.
I think my position is the problem here. I could have been closer so I could harass Ash or Jin.
Well, when it comes to harassing, for example, like level 1, okay, maybe sure, but here I'm kind of playing on the same line as Zyra, right? But what's important is right now, right? This minion dies, and they're gonna hit level 2, right? I think you know that, right? You need like the first 9 minions, or because they changed the XP in like last couple patches, if there's one caster alive from the first wave and you take the first 3 melees, you still get level 2, right? So now you should expect, okay, I'm going to get level 2 after this minion, which means I should start walking up already, right? Here, right? You're just gonna hit these minions. When you see like 2 more melees left, then now 1 more melee, you need to just start walking up here, go here, doesn't matter, just go up, walk up, especially because Jin is just gonna force shot the minions very soon, right? Even if it doesn't matter, you're level 2, you need to walk up. Go closer so you can land your W, you land your W, Zara can like hit her E. Or if you want, can take E level 2, whatever, that doesn't matter, right? What's important is that you have level 2, they have level 1. You wanna go and play aggressive. Because right now, even if you get 4 shot in the face, you still win. Because you have an extra ability, you and Zyra together. You have 2 abilities, it's insane, right?
Yes.
So that's the problem. You missing W, that doesn't matter, right? It's fine, whatever. If you step up and miss W, that's good, right? It's really good. Because you still basic attack and then Zyra might still hit the E, right? So here you see, like, she starts hitting you. Your Zyra has E. What's stopping you from just continuing to hit her, right? You're kind of backing off, you see? You're backing off, right? There you go, that hits, and we're not hitting, right? Basically. So for sure, like, just think about level 2. Like, you have level 2, they have level 1. The matchup suddenly doesn't matter. You are winning, no matter what, really.
I have Shaco down there. I could have like being more aggressive.
Yeah, even if it doesn't work out. You bait them, you're low HP, you run, they chase you, Shaco kills them. Look, exactly, right? It's crazy. Insane. Yeah. So this is what I would say something important you want to focus on for sure. But another thing you want to learn is look at your jungler a lot more, basically, right? You just want to look at your jungler, see what they're doing. A simple rule to know how to play in lane is to say, okay, is my jungler bot? Yes, then we play aggressive, we just fight, we do whatever. Because if something happens, he's there to help us, very nice. And if your jungler is top side, right? You don't do much, unless you're very confident, you have good vision and so on. A simple rule to play the game in early game. And you're never gonna get caught by any jungler, you're never gonna be in a bad spot, and so on. So here you should just see, okay, Shaco, right? Coming. You should definitely fight, right? We should trade HP before jungler arrives, because then jungler might one-shot them. When they're full HP, jungler can't do much.
If I was fighting like earlier, they will have been like more low, and Shaco will have
You see?
a better opportunity.
Imagine she was half HP right now, right? Whoa, Shaco would destroy him. You know, or Ashe was half HP because you would have traded with Ashe, right? Because the Ashe there off guard. Ashe would have been dead now, right? But now Shaco can't really do much by himself, right? See, like we would have legit killed Ashe if you just traded because you're level 2, right? That's so cool to see, like one thing leading to another, right? It's so good to see. And again, like this is a big mistake you're making, but that's good because the big mistakes are the easiest to correct. It's really good. Okay, and here's the what you mentioned, right? Zyra is first of all, hold on, I need to sneeze. Oh my god. Okay, first of all, like let's talk about a thing I call the triangle rule, basically. And it's like you and Zyra are like the base of the triangle, And then Jean is the head of the triangle. You want to form a triangle with your support against one of the enemy bot laners whenever possible, right? Because then you can like 2 versus 1 them. In this case, like Ashe is left. Ashe is not here anymore. Which means like we're 2v1 by default, it doesn't matter. When you see this situation when you're like 2v1, you definitely want to go in, want to go crazy again, right? You automatically win this, right? And I guess a way to not even have to think about that is to just try to stay parallel to your support, right? Just be next to your support more often, be in the same line. If your support walks up here, I mean, you can farm from here, right? You can farm from around here, it doesn't matter. You just need to be closer to your support, because if something happens, you're not going to be able to follow.
I focus in farm too much and sometimes forgot to do other things, you know? I don't like farm automatically. So I have to think about it. So that takes like energy from me to, you know, to make
takes
plays.
some mental capacity, right? But yeah, one way to just think about it is like, you don't have to think about the enemy that much. You just look at the minions, right? You look at the minions here. Let's go, right? You have to hit this minion. We're gonna hit this minion. And after you hit it once, you look at Zyra. Okay, she's here. I'm gonna hit again. Oh wait, Zyra is walking up. I'm gonna walk up, hit, walk up. Kinda, right? This should be your thought process. Just look at your support and then your minions, right? And try to be like close to your support at all times. It's gonna take a while to get used to it, but again, as I mentioned at the start, one thing at a time. For the next 10 games, I'm going to be very parallel to my support and play together with them. Until you just know how to do it by default, and you're not going to have to think about it too much. That's the goal, basically, right? That's how we climb, just one thing at a time. That's how we improve.
Okay.
And it's very, very doable to do it that way, because you don't get overwhelmed, basically. Okay, here I was about to say. Oh, my voice is dying. Okay. You don't play past the river, right? You don't go this aggressive without wards. So I'm glad to see that you're warding. Very, very nice. Let me drink some water. Okay.
I made that mistake again.
But yeah, this is what I love, the big mistakes, right? First of all, they are easy to correct because it's so easy to spot them. And second of all, you make them multiple times in a game. So you fix one thing that you're doing wrong, and that applies so many times in a single game. It's insane. Right? It's crazy how much you can improve from here. Okay, we hit. Then WG. Oh. WH, that's just as good. Good. Very nice.
It was
That
one
was
hit
good.
away.
That was good. I like that. This is okay. Your mechanics so far, they're good. You're doing fine. There's no problem, right?
I actually I was thinking this game was yesterday. This was my last game. I was so tilted because I was saying like, why Zyra is so bad and why she makes a lot of mistakes and why is she not like besides me? And now I'm seeing that I was the one that wasn't like making the right calls on the early.
Yeah, that's so good to realize, right? And
Yeah.
one thing that helped me improve and climb and make me realize some things is the fact that like, my actions like influence my teammates so much. For example, not recalling at the right time could mean you're not on the Drake fight soon, which means your teammates take a 3v4. In that moment, you're like, my teammates took a 3v4, they're inting. No, it's you didn't recall properly, so you are not there with them, right? That's another way to look at the game, basically, right? It's like my support dies. Okay, why? Well, I wasn't in the same line as them, right? It's a cooler way to look at the game. Way, way nicer to look at the game that way, right?
I don't know if that was a good like recall. That is something I have to learn too. Like when do I have to shop and when do I have to freeze, for example, that kind of things.
So this will kind of come with experience. The more you play, the more you think about this. But this is phase two. Like, okay, I want to recall. I press B, and now I look. Okay, what do we know? Let's look on the map, and basically, I'm gonna show like my thought process when you look at the map. How do you extract information, basically, right? So there's 4 easy steps, basically, just 4 steps that you have to look at the map and always think about that. And it's very simple. First of all, the enemies, right? Number 1, where are the enemies, right? In the early game, it's even easier because mid laners are mid, top laners are on top. You don't have to worry about that. All you need to worry about is bot lane, what they're doing, where they are, and then mid jungle, right? And right now, what do we know about the enemies?
I know that Fiddlesticks is on grabs,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't worry about him.
Exactly.
I know that they are farming on the tower,
Mm-hmm.
so I think
And
this is a good.
what else do you know about them? First of all, extract information, and only in step number 4, me make a decision. Okay. So yeah, they're on bot here. Fiddle is on top, right? Okay. But what else do you know about them on bot lane right now?
I know that Ash has no ignite.
Yeah, the summoners you can think about
They are
that.
they're low XP.
They're low
They,
HP, very important. You have your barrier up, right? They don't
mm,
really catch you because you can just stay away, right? Those are things to consider, right? They're just very low. Ash has no
mm.
flash. They used heal, right? No, it's just they're kind of weak. They're weak right now, right? That's kind of what we know. Okay, that's what we know. That's how we extract information about the enemy, right? When it comes to jungler, you only need to care about his position. That's it, right? But on bot lane, you just wanna think more a bit, especially about their HP and kind of what enemies wanna do. What do you think enemies want to do right now?
They want to recall.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So they want to recall. Very important to know. Good. We extracting information about the enemies. Very nice. Step number 2, allies. Right? What do you know about allies?
I know that Syra is coming back to lane.
Mm-hmm.
I think she bought something.
Well, it doesn't matter.
She's
But what's
like
important about Zyra right now?
she is coming back to lane,
Okay. And she's full HP,
but
right?
she's really far.
Okay, she's far, but she's coming, and she's full HP, right? That's
She's
what we
full
know,
HP, yes.
right? That's what we know. She's far, she's coming, full HP. Okay, that's what we know. Good. We extract information, right? And we know our Shaco is top lane as well, right? So you don't have to worry about the Tsuvitsu right now. That's what we know, right? And number 3 on the list is to look at objectives, basically, right? And right now, like, there's no objectives up on the map. It doesn't really apply now. That's why, like, early game is so simple. You can even skip step number 3 sometimes. And now step number 4, right? We look at the wave, we look at the information we extracted, and we try to make a decision, right? So right now, look at the wave. What if it's gonna happen with the wave? Like, what's the situation of the wave?
The wave is going to meet on the middle.
Well, this
After
wave right here, right, is gonna go under the turret, right? The wave you
yes,
just pushed, right? Okay. And after that, where are the waves going to meet? If this wave is already under the turret, basically, and the next wave is already under the turret as well.
they will farm that wave that big wave
Yeah, so
above
enemies
me.
will farm this wave right now, right? Okay.
Yes.
And then what's gonna happen with the next wave? Right?
The
Like,
they're gonna meet like on that line.
so
Like
the
on
wave is gonna come here, right? Their wave is stopped, so it's gonna meet, I don't know, somewhere here, right?
yes.
Probably around here somewhere, right? Doesn't matter
Right
exactly
there.
where, right? So if the wave meets somewhere here, and the both of them recall and you recall, how's the wave gonna look after that? What's the situation with the wave? What's it gonna happen if nobody touches the wave after they clear this one?
It will stay there.
So it will stay here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's gonna happen to it if nobody touches it for like 3 minutes? What's it gonna do?
It will go to them because
To
I
them?
I have more low HP minions because of
But they just clear this wave, right? They clear this wave. Look at this. Okay,
Mhm.
right? Good. And let's say they recall now and you recall. The waves are meeting here, and the wave HP is very similar. It's pretty much their full HP in the enemy minions, right? So what's the wave gonna do right now naturally without anybody touching it? If they meet there and they are basically both waves are full HP, what do you think is gonna happen to them?
It will crash again.
You think it's gonna crash?
I
Well,
mean, not
think
crash,
about
but
it. Right now the waves are kinda even. One of their minions a bit lower. That's it, right? Okay, they are kinda even. Okay. Imagine the next waves arrive. after this one, the one that's in base right now, that's gonna spawn right now in base, they're gonna arrive as well. Which wave arrives faster, their wave or your wave? If the wave is right here on their side.
Their wave.
Their wave, right? Which means
Mm.
their wave arrives faster to hit your wave faster. Which means their minions are gonna win, basically. They're going to push towards you, right? So as a simple rule to think about the minions, let's say, yeah, this is the minion wave, right? Where they meet. So if the wave is in the middle, right? It's gonna stay here a lot until by RNG a side is gonna win, it's gonna push either way, right? But if the wave is, for example, on their side, the enemy minions are going to arrive sooner than your minions, and they're gonna be here fighting, and your minions are still on the way, right? So naturally, enemy minions will just get up faster, and they will be powerful. So they're slowly gonna push towards you, right? That's what's gonna happen. If waves are even here, they're gonna go towards here. If waves are even here, they're gonna go towards here, right? That's one way to see it.
Okay.
Is that makes sense, right?
Yes.
So in this situation, the wave is gonna push towards you, right? You know
that is good for me, right? Or
yeah, like if enemies recall here, wave is gonna push towards you. Enemies are gonna miss minions. Like they're gonna miss more than you will miss, basically, right? It makes sense because there's gonna be more enemy minions than ally minions, which means they miss more than you, right? And because the wave is here, even like the wave is not gonna crash into your turret by the time you're back, right? So if you recall here and the enemy recalls, this is good for you. Cool, right? Cool. A good decision, right? But now, let's think a bit more. Because in League, there's so many decisions you can always make. But the cool thing is that there's multiple good decisions. It doesn't matter if you take the best one or just a good one. It's fine. What do you think about staying here and pushing this wave? Because with the information we extracted, we know they want to recall, right? So if you stay here and try to shove this next wave, because you have a biscuit for mana rockets, right? If you're gonna push this, what do you think enemies will do if they see you push this?
They will have to stay.
They will have to stay low HP and everything, right? Because otherwise they just lose the wave.
Yes, and maybe a blade also if they recall.
Yeah. But what's important is that if you force them to stay here, what's gonna happen? Look back at like when we get the information about allies, for example.
Syra will show up with me. She's full HP,
full mana, and
full mana.
They are very low.
She maybe have.
So it's like, yeah, she's gonna have items. Doesn't matter. What matters is that like you're gonna stay here. They can't kill you because you just stay away. Whatever. You're gonna hit the minions. You force them to stay. Zarya is gonna come here. And suddenly you are just like 2v2 again, but Zarya is full HP. You can just bully them, right? Why can we do that? Well, because also we looked at the map. Step number 1, Fiddlesticks is top. So there's nothing to be afraid of, right? It's a 2v2. Boom, another good decision, right? And it's like you recall, you try to bully them, which is a bit harder to see here. It doesn't matter. They're both good decisions. That's fine, right?
I see.
So that's kind of how you want to think about the situations, right? Here, like we took like...
I take a lot of passive decisions. Like I always take the least...
The least dangerous, right? The safest one, right? I think that's fine, right? Defaulting to something safe as an ADC player is kind of good. Because it's easier to be a safe player and then expand into becoming more aggressive over time, which is my case, that's what I did. Rather than, let's say you play Draven, you go in every single time and just die to ganks non-stop. It's so hard to learn the game if you do that, right? So it's fine. Take the safe choice. If you're not sure, play safe. That's it, right? But then, if you somehow have a cool idea, like let's say you realized this situation, right? In the future, you might see this exact situation and you're going to realize this, right? Just try to stay and see what happens. Limit test. See what happens. If it's bad and you end up screwing the wave, you end up dying, that's okay. You made a decision, you learn from it. No problem. That's good. That's what we call learning, basically, right? No problem.
Yes.
Right? So don't be afraid to experiment and If you have a reason in your mind to do something, try doing it, and then you see if it's good or not. It's just an easy way to think about it, because here we spend like 5 to 10 minutes maybe talking about this recall. You're not gonna have that much time to think about it, right? You'll have like 8 minutes here to be before you're in base already, right? But it's like the more you the more you play, the more you think about this actively, like the faster you're gonna get at it. There's no rush, just take your time, it's fine. You don't have to be super fast in making decisions. Like, you making a good decision slow is better than making just a bad decision like enemies are doing, because they never think. They just play, they never think, right? So you have massive advantage just because you think about the game, and they don't.
The problem with my safe decision here was that I wasn't able to buy anything. So if I stayed like a wave more, for example, I could have had money for like pickaxe.
Yeah, exactly, because we start Infinity now, right? So it's like, look, another reason to stay in this lane, right? There you go, right? So here I would say, like, best decision, probably, not by a lot, to just keep staying here, because we had all the information, right? If we didn't see Fiddle, there's no way we can stay, that would be it, right? So yeah, this is, League is a very complicated game. Many things just lead to another. And you just gotta take a decision with the information we have. That's it, right? That's all we can do, right? And that's why we don't want to be overwhelmed by the information we gather. Just 4 easy steps. Early game is not even 4, and that's it, right? So we have we don't waste time like trying to think about all the possibilities. Just only think about like what's important, what matters to us, right? And now the same thing basically as loading screen. You go from base towards the turret, you have another loading screen where you can think about what to do, right? Looking top here, it's like, okay, you look top, but you're not really learning anything, right? Fiddle is top, your Shaco is top, nothing else matters. That's all that matters. You can see that from the map. You don't even have to look top here, right? What you need to do is to look at bot lane, look at the wave, think, okay, what do we know about bot lane right now? Because now we know Shaco is top, we know Fiddle is top. It's a 2v2 bot lane right now. What do you know about what's happening here right now?
I know that Jin and Ash they recalled, so they might be coming to lane right
for sure.
now.
Yeah.
I have a big wave to farm. I have Drake coming up soon. I have a ward there on the tribush.
Okay. Right. So these are like
and the
useful
junglers are up.
information. Right. This is just information to just think about, right? But with this wave, like, what do we want to do with this wave, basically, right?
I wanted to come to me.
Okay. Right. So you're just gonna last hit, right? Right now, enemies are just barely arriving. You're gonna last hit. Okay. And
I let them come because they have more minions than me.
yeah, that's fair, right? And now we want to look at the map again, right? Because we just got some extra information right now. What do we know?
I don't see Fiddle.
Very
I know that
important.
Shaco is topside. I
Perfect.
think he will recall.
Shaco, he just recalled he's coming from base, right? He's going top from base, right? So
I don't see Fiddle.
that's less important. You just know Fiddle could be anywhere. Shaco is top, and there's a Drake up. Chances are, okay, Fiddle could be bot prepping a Drake. And once you know this information, look at the minion wave. They're pushing as well, right? So it means, okay, enemies might be preparing for a Drake. Okay, we know that, cool. And now we try to make a decision, right? The start I said, like, when your jungler is not bot, you kind of want to chill. Here, cool. We just hold the wave here, we last hit, right? If we can freeze it, why not try to freeze it? But we probably can't, they're just gonna push, right? And yeah, we're just gonna chill because, hey, our jungle is topside right now, he's not here. What if either is right here, ready to gank, or, right? Just wanna focus on this. Or let's say they leave the lane right now to go Drake. You just focus on the minions so you can push faster, so maybe you can join Drake faster, right? Because you can't leave if you have minions here, of course. Okay. And one another habit to think about. Every time after you just push a wave, right? It's your time to think what to do next, basically, right? So here, what do we know?
I don't see Jin and Ash. They are maybe doing Drake
Okay.
with Fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
I think I see Ash there,
Okay.
so I come back
Okay.
and start farming again.
Okay. So right now it's like, okay, Fiddle could be bot. We know that. Okay. So right now, like it's like even Fiddle is bot. We see him coming. This is a fine spot to fight in. But right, you kind of think about this after you push the wave, right? Right now, you know, okay, Fiddle's there, Drake up, cool, we're gonna stay kind of chill, but if fight happens bot, that's good for us, we can take it, because we are really close to our turret. Kind of, that's how your thought process should be right now. But let's talk about how you handle this fight, because I think you did well, basically, right? So, you see the triangle rule forming right now, basically, right? It's legit a 2v1, literally a 2v1 right now. That's it, right? Look at you, you hit her, Zara hits her, right? And Ash is not even focusing you, so it's even way better for you guys right now. Right? So we start the fight at 2v1, right? This was great. You handled this fight properly. I mean, W, whatever, the minion. You could have went down a bit to hit W, whatever, doesn't matter. What matters is that you took a 2v1. That's good. Right? That was good. Now Ash is very low HP. Okay. Zaranos landed that. That was nice W. And now you should know, okay, Zara doesn't have E up. So you should kinda chill for now. But also, if you look at the map, because we just pushed a wave, right now, you should have a habit after you push a wave, look at the map quickly. Oh, shake a bot. Okay. Right? And now you know, okay, seems like something could happen. That's really good for us. Shaco is bot. Oh my god, we can do things here, right? We can do crazy things. We can literally go right click the Jin right now. And Shaco is gonna come, and we just win. Right? Basically. Boom. Right? A bit sooner. Maybe you try to bait them if you do it sooner. Just an idea, right? But here I think you realize Shaco was coming, but a bit late. But it's fine. Like, it's like, the more you have a habit of looking at the map after a wave, the faster you're gonna notice things happening around you, basically, right? That's just one thing to keep in mind.
The problem here was that Casante was disconnecting and connecting all the time, and that was so tilting for me. You know, I should have not cared about that, but I did, and that make my decision making slower.
Yeah, that's a fair point, right? But hopefully you can see how, like, right now, League becomes a bit different, a more fun game, where you just think about like what to do next, what are you supposed to do, and so on. Like what teammates do, like what Cassante does top lane if he connects, disconnects. Like it doesn't matter to you right now. It's early game. It's not don't even have to worry about the enemy top laner, right? So it's like if you just focus on the lane when this happens, and because you play well, you get such a massive advantage from bot. It's like it doesn't even matter if top lane has like disconnect issues. You're gonna carry the game. Doesn't matter, right? That's why it's just so important to focus on what you're doing. Allies, they don't matter, right? And you mentioned like Zyra, you were tilted at Zyra because you thought Zyra's playing poorly, right? But it's actually, you could have done something better, right? So here it's like, okay, my Cassandra is disconnecting. What can I do to make this situation better? My support is inting. What can I do to make the situation better? If you just think about this all the time, you're never going to get tilted. Like, how can you get tilted when you know it's all about you and nothing else really matters, right? That's it.
Right.
Because these players are just playing the game autopilot, they're just right click, woohoo, right? But you're actually thinking now, especially after this session. You're gonna think, you're gonna know what to do most of the time. Or just sometimes. It's still much better than they are doing. Which means you're gonna climb, they won't. Which means there's no reason to get tilted at them, because you're just gonna surpass them. That's it, right? And that's just a cool mentality to adapt. Like, it's quite straightforward, I would say. Like, just being tilted as well as you said, like, it's not gonna help you, right? For sure.
Yes.
Okay. So here I want to mention one thing. This is just a thing to just keep in mind when it comes to tower ganks from your team, right? Your job is to just push the wave, okay? So most of the time as an ADC, just push the wave, focus on the waves no matter what. The Drake fight is happening, I have a wave under turret, I'm gonna get my wave, right? 95% of the time you're gonna get waves as an ADC, it's correct. Very simple to remember. The 5% exceptions, we don't care. Whatever, who cares? I don't care, right? So this way here, okay, Shaco's coming, cool. He's maybe looking for a dive. Okay, here, new wave coming, I'm gonna focus on the wave. That's it, right? And if you do that, you see how you would have pushed the wave by now, and then Shaco would have queued over the wall, just kill the Ashe, right? But now it's like, because we took so much time, now Fiddle has time to arrive, maybe the dive is not good anymore because we allowed them to hit the minions too much, right? And Shaco can't even do anything anymore. So you see how like your actions basically affected Shaco's actions. Because the wave wasn't pushed, he couldn't dive anymore. But if you pushed instantly, maybe he would have dived, right? So again, it's about what you do, not about your allies, basically, right? It's like
I see. Yes.
sorry, but it's like, do you have a driver's license?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know in traffic, there are rules, and you expect everybody to just follow those rules, right? And it's like if somebody makes a mistake, it's like cool, whatever. You don't really, okay, maybe road rage exists, right? But it's like, okay, he makes a mistake, then you never see him in your life, right? It's
Right.
league, basically. They make a mistake in your game, and then you never see them in your life. So why there's no reason to get mad at them. And also, you should like kind of expect everybody to just know the rules, basically, right? So here it's like Shaco wants to dive. It's his job as a jungler to help his team, right? Especially because I think he knows Fiddle is top. Probably has, because he basically scouted the jungle already with the plant and everything here. So he knows this is a 3v2, and he's looking for a dive. And his job is to jump in once the minion wave arrives on the turret. And it's Zyra's job to land an E when the minion wave arrives on the turret. And it's your job to push the wave as fast as possible, right?
Right.
But you didn't do your job, basically, right? So
Yes,
if you think about the game like this, it just becomes so much different, right? And you just know allies are gonna do their job as well. And as long as you do your job, you're just gonna climb. That's it. Even if you do your job and your teammates don't do their job. On average, it's just gonna work out. Because most of the time people know what they're doing when it comes to like basic stuff, especially if you enable them. Because for example, here you are enabling them to dive because you push the wave, right? So always just think about yourself. That's it. Nothing else matters. It's no reason to think about that, right? Okay. So,
I see.
for example, this recall now. Let me ask you this. Do you think this is a good recall? Yes, no, why? What do you think?
I think yes, because the wave will meet in the middle. So and it's canon wave, so I will have time to buy because I have nothing but the Doran's blade.
Okay. So,
I want that big sword.
yeah, fair point. But, okay, those 4 steps again, right? When you make a decision, especially as an ADC player, look at those 4 steps all the time. Enemies. What do you know about enemies?
I know that Ginash could have. I don't know if they did it, but I think they could have recalled.
Yeah, I
I don't know
mean,
what Fiddle is.
right? We just know like Ashe is very low, right? So we probably think they wanna recall, basically, right?
Yes.
I think that's
know
what
that
you
they
said as well, right? Okay. So enemies, you don't know where they are. Like you're gonna learn in just a second they did void grabs, right? Okay. But what about allies now?
Keiko is in Fiddle's blue side.
Okay, exactly, right? So you have your Shaco bot. That's what's important, basically, right? And there's a Drake up as well, right? And if you look at mid has Prio. Okay, cool, right? And then we bot lane wants to recall. And there's the wave coming. So what about, I don't know, he pushed the next wave. And then Shaco does Drake by himself. I don't know.
This is the same mistake as before.
Yeah, it's like we have more people. We're stronger. We have Shaco bot. Why don't we try something, right? The dive was the correct play, right? Because you could have pushed faster. You could have pinged your teammates to maybe initiate the dive, whatever, right? But it's like we have Shaco. We are strong right now. We are backing off when we are strong. It's not great, right? We are allowing the enemies to play the game basically right now. It's not very cool.
I see. I give them a lot of opportunities to recover.
Exactly, right? And here you recall and they can get vision. Shaco does know he does Drake now, right? You're just you're letting them play the game for no reason, basically. And
I see.
besides this, we didn't even talk about this. The waves are here, right? If they don't recall, what's gonna happen is they can push the wave, and now you lose the wave, right? That's
Yes.
what
That's
Jin is gonna do.
exactly what happened.
Like this. Yeah, it's a cannon wave. You lose less, because the cannon takes such a long time to enter turret. But still, still, just
I
want to
know.
think about this, right? And now they're gonna recall, and you are gonna lose the cannon, right?
I lost cannon.
Basically, lost the whole wave almost, right?
Yes.
And also we lost vision control because they got time to place wards while we were gone, right? And we also couldn't do Drake, right? This like from here, like there's so many opportunities. Even Drake again, like Drake would have been a decent option. Why not? Like again, make the call, see what happens. If it's not good, we don't do it again, right? Experiment.
Mhm.
But just
Like
all,
if I stayed, we have like very too much options to make something. But
you
if I
have,
recall, nothing.
yeah, exactly, right? It's like in mid game, this is why I tell people like as an ADC or anybody, right? You wanna like default to go towards the clicking mid lane in mid late game, right? You just wanna go mid game. I mean mid lane. Why? Well, because from mid lane you have options to go anywhere. If you go bot, you can only be bot really, right? That's the thing.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yes,
exactly, right? You're just letting them play the game for no reason. You have so many options, you're strong, and you just recall and let them recover, basically, right? When they were also wanting to recall. Even if you didn't have items, it doesn't matter, right? So like greeding for items, or like I made this mistake as well, right? I had like 1.2k gold. I was like, okay, I want BF. I'm gonna stay for this bait. I just pushed a wave. I'm gonna stay for this bait. I know it's bad. I know it's bait. Just want to see what happens. I took the plate and I died. Right?
Mm.
So it's like from situations like this, we can just learn so much, and recalling for items is never good, really. So don't worry about that. I have items, I don't have items here, right? It's not important. What's important is that we are strong right now. We should play accordingly. You don't need a BF to be strong here. You're strong as it is, basically.
I have like almost full HP. I was so tilted there. I was like fucking Casante. He's like I let them be inside my mind so much
Yeah,
that I can't see anything else.
exactly.
I know that is a problem too. That is
Yeah.
something I wanna work as well.
Yeah, but I hope you can see like there's more to it than that, basically, right?
Yes, I see. I
That's
see
good.
very clearly.
That's really good.
I mean, now that I'm like chill and I'm watching the game again with you, like on that game, when I was playing it, I was like, I'm making everything good, they are making everything bad. Casante is AFK, I am tilted, I am like, I didn't see clearly all the points that we are now seeing. So,
Yeah. And you also didn't see the feeder, I just want to mention. Right?
yeah.
So, yeah, like, you just need to worry about yourself at the end of the day, right? So it's like, yeah, teammates might make mistakes, but like, if you take a like top challenger player, and you see a lot of people like smurfing and so on, right? They have like insane win rates, even in like unwinnable games, right? There's a reason, because like every game is pretty much winnable. That's the truth, right? Some exceptions happen. Some things are just outside your control. It is what it is, right? But even if that happens, if you play well in your part of the game and you focus on what you're supposed to do, like you're gonna learn something from it. And the game you just lost is actually beneficial to you. Like it's not about LP. The LP is just gonna happen by itself, whatever. Short-term LP gains and losses, they don't matter at all. You need to look at the bigger picture, basically, right? So, let's get back to the game here. First of all, like, look, there's a fiddle here. You see the fiddle? You didn't see him here, for example, right?
I did.
Right, but this is a perfect example of why habits are so important, basically, right? You don't need to see the fiddle to know it's dangerous. Why? Because fiddle is nowhere else. So he could be here. You don't see Fiddle, he could be here. That's the rule, right? And right now, if you just go back a bit, even if you recall here, maybe it's not the best recall, right? Okay, we just look at the map, we think. What do we know? Well, Sheko is bot side, okay. Okay, we're coming bot. Enemies probably wanna recall bot. Okay, we see the Fiddle mid lane, cool, right? Basically, right? And what do we want to do with the wave, basically? That's the question here. With the
I
information you have.
wanted to freeze it there because I don't know where Fiddle is.
Well, you know Fiddle
I
is mid.
don't
You
know.
just saw him. You just saw him on mid lane here, whatever. Where is he?
Oh,
There he's
I,
on top.
I, yes, I had to like push the wave to make Drake later.
Right, so when you come from
Like,
base, like usually there's only two things you can do to a wave. You either harsh of it, just use everything on the wave, rockets and everything, or you last hit only. Right, that's it. Right. So basically, like ask yourself every time: do I push this or do I freeze this? Yes, no, why? Think about what's gonna happen if you freeze this wave. Basically, okay. Let's say we're just gonna last hit. What's gonna happen here? If you only last hit right now, and we see Fiddle mid, Drake up, your Shaco bot side, taking red buff, right? If you only last hit and the wave is gonna be here next to your turret, what do you think is gonna happen?
it will stay there.
Okay, and what does that mean for the enemy?
They will not farm so like so freely,
Okay,
for
sure.
example.
But you know there's an objective up and available right now, right? So it's
They
like
could do Drake there.
if they start Drake, what can you do about it basically? Right? Well, nothing, right? If they start Drake, you're here with your wave. Cool. Okay. I see the situation of Tone in my games. Enemies just freeze the wave. I'll go Drake. I'll take the free Drake. Thank you very much, right? Basically. I still kind of want to avoid that.
I like letting them do freely, like as you said, I am letting them play the game how they want it
Yeah, basically, right?
because I'm so
And
patient.
also, even before that, another thing that's important and why like going from base to turret is so important to think about the game, basically, right? So here, you know, like Jin didn't recall, basically, right? Because he just pushed this wave instead. And you said here already that, you know, Ash was very low. Jin is here for a long time. So you already said yourself, Jin wants to recall. So here, after Jin pushes this wave, what do you think he's gonna do?
He's gonna recall.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like you come to the wave here, and if you hold it here right now, it's basically, you know, it's not the wave is not gonna stay here. Because, you know, you do have too many minions. Your minions are dying at your turret, right? Like, I think you can see the exact example from before, right? The wave is kind of here. This is just gonna go towards their turret, basically, right? That's what's gonna happen to it, right? So it's like Jin won't really lose that much, because you're still gonna have a ton of minions for him to farm, basically, right? But if you shove it instantly now, next wave arrives, you clear this instantly, you're gonna crash this wave, Jin will lose a lot of minions, and you can get vision control on the Drake on the river, right? Very cool. Very cool idea, right? So just think that like pushing is very, very powerful. Like pushing gives you many, many options, basically, right? But being at the turret, you don't have that many options. Freezing is kind of okay if your jungle is topside, if there's no Drake up and so on. But if you have Drake up, if your jungle is bot, if you know enemies just recalled and you're already here, these are all signs that point you towards pushing, right? So just always just ask yourself some of these questions and make a decision accordingly, basically, right? Do I push or do I freeze? That's it, right? And just remember, when you have jungler bot, objectives are up. If you're on the turret, you just don't have options, basically. Right, and here you're gonna.
I kinda that have that bad habit. Like I want to always freeze because I think like they're gonna lose so much if I freeze here. I can do whatever I want. I will have 10 more minions than him. I'm always thinking that way and
You see
like
how.
don't see the big picture.
Yeah, you see how this is the wave, right? He's got 3 up melees and 3 ranged, and then 3 melees, 3 ranged. Like, he legit lost nothing, right? He lost nothing, basically.
Yeah, I
Right.
see.
So if you pushed, he would have lost a few to the turret, even 1 melee minion. Perfect. He lost 1 melee minion, which is better than 0, and you would have had vision control, right? Massive W.
Yeah.
Right, and also
I also give them time to like fiddle to comb, prepare for the fight here.
and
I didn't
also
see him. That was a mistake, but I should have been aware that he could have been.
yeah.
And Zaira was so behind. I don't know. I wanted to fight so bad there.
So here it's like you see how like if you push first and try to get vision control, they would be stuck under turret farming the wave, right? But because you didn't do that, you see how can they just drag the wave away, and they can just fight you here with fiddle, right? Sure, we got a kill. We got lucky. We got a kill, right? Because enemies completely messed up. Like, cool, right? We kind of got lucky that this worked out well. Imagine they didn't have fiddle. They had like a different jungler that just one shoots you, right?
I see.
He doesn't have to rely on the fear from ults, right? He would have been just screwed. They would have taken Drake and so on, right? But imagine if we just played more aggressive from the start and we got vision control and everything. The wave would already be under turret. We could catch fiddle with our Shaco because we had vision in the brush. We could have done Drake, right? Instantly. Here we are kind of lucky it worked out, but also like you can't really take Drake anymore because Zyra is dead. You are very low, right? So it's basically because you didn't push, you lost Drake in a way. It's a cool way to look at it. Just to like keep things again like centered on you, because only what you do matters really, nothing else. All right.
It's like I think I'm an ADC. My decisions doesn't make like the difference, but they do. They like the little decisions I make, like sometimes make all the game. You know what I what I trying to
Like
say?
your small
Like I
decisions
think
influence them like a lot. It influence the game so much.
yes.
And one way to think about that is you're an ADC, right? You have damage. Damage is powerful because it allows you to just push waves very fast, which gives you a ton of tempo, makes you be able to play with teammates faster and so on, right? And your damage, for example, I don't know, in mid game when there's nothing to do, I'm gonna go leash my jungler, take red buff. He's gonna take the red buff quicker, and because of that, we're gonna go together somewhere quicker and get kills together. Instead, if I don't have my jungler leash in mid game, for example, just a stupid example, whatever. But the idea is that your damage is powerful and you can help your teammates a lot with your damage, basically, right? It's not all about teammates doing everything for you and you just right click and win, right? That's not how it works. That's not how you win a league. You just need to think, basically.
Like I rely too much on having a good support and a good jungler and a good mid lane, and forgot that I have to be a good like ADC. You know, like I can't follow up everything every time because most of the time they will be bad.
So
Like I think, for example, I say like I have a bad Syra and they have a good Ashe or a good Thresh or a good Blitzcrank, I lose. You know. I mean, I don't think that literally, but you know what I mean. I lose mental there.
right, for sure. Like having a Zyra in this lane, for example, might even be better than Blitzcrank because Blitzcrank can do much if the enemies are under turret, basically, right? But if the enemies are under turret and you have Zyra, you can poke them out of the turret, you can control Drake, you can just dive with Shaco and so on. Right? So that's another way to think about things. It's not all about my support doing everything. It's about me setting up the things for my support to do things. If you just push the wave, you let them poke under turret, or if you have an engage support, right? Setting up the wave in such a way so you're not playing under their turret might be really good, right? So it's your job to enable your support to help you carry, basically. Here we are kind of going blind into the turret. I'm into their jungle. Very nice WC. You have good mechanics. What do you mean?
When
Alright.
I see them now.
Okay.
I wanted to be humble.
So here you see how like Shaco is trying to dive the Jhin, right? You're supposed to push the wave basically, right? We push the wave. That's correct. Doesn't matter, right? And now it's like, okay, now Jin has to make a choice. If you fight Fiddle here, Jin is either gonna lose the wave or go get the wave and he'd lose the fight and maybe the Drake, right? You see how powerful pushing was? It's crazy.
I see.
Alright. I really want to get to mid game. We've been an hour already. Oh my god. Yeah, we basically discover kind of what the biggest problems we made in the early game. If you just fix those, the rest is gonna be fine for you, honestly. This is just fine, and she's in you catch her. You know, this is a feeder surprise, basically.
This is the point on the game that I feel like the strongest. I feel like I have like my decisions influence the game, you know. Like when I have some items, I'm strong, I have a few kills. I think now I am like you know, I have use on the game.
Yeah, you can just have impact, right? But you know, you can have impact from minute one, basically. That's the thing. Always think about that. Okay. But yeah, like definitely mid game I would say is when ADCs are the strongest. So how come we don't go for Jin here? What do you think? What made you stop committing on Jin?
I was scared. I mean, I killed Fiddle and I said
Like Ash was dead here.
that is
right?
There it is. I did my job. Now I'm going back.
Yeah, I think
You know?
definitely here you should just try to commit to him. Like have passive. He's dead here. He can't do anything. He's reloading.
Yeah.
Right? Definitely you would have killed him here. Right?
Now I see that.
That's fine.
Now I see that. That's what I was saying when I say to you that
You're passive.
like I make decisions and then after the bad decision I say I could have done that, you know? Like I said her like there when I was going from like escaping from Jin, I said, why did I not fight him? For
Okay,
example.
so
But
an
it was
easy way
late.
to fix. It's very easy to fix this. Simple, right? So here, after you push a wave, you have a decision to make right now, right? You have a decision to make. You look at the map. Okay, enemies jungle is bot, enemy jungle bot, my jungle bot, Drake is up, Ashe died, Zyra died. We just push a wave bot. Okay, what do? You commit to this fight, right? So right now your decision is to commit to the fight. Okay, I'm committing. I'm using W, I'm switching to Q, I'm hitting that. Okay, we are hitting the Jhin, I'm committed. I'm just gonna hit the Jhin, place my blue ward here in case somebody comes. I'm gonna hit the Jhin. We are committed, right? So you either fight or you do something else. There is no in between. We don't go, kill Fiddle, and then run. No. We fight till we are dead or everybody else is dead. That's one easy way to just never have this issue again, basically, right? Just fight. Of course, if you see suddenly, you know, 3 people coming from here, of course you're going back off. Okay, for sure, right? But if you see a 1v1 right now here, and I'm committed, I'm gonna keep fighting, basically, right? So just keep that in mind when you have a decision to make.
I think I thought like I didn't see Renek and Ash and like my first like thought was I have to be safe. Like that's what I always do.
Yeah, but again, that thought process should happen before the fight, right? You either commit here with the Drake, or you go push the next wave bot, or you just try to keep the Jhin off from him joining the fight, right? But you need to make a decision and stick with it, because I learned this when like I played in a like small tournament with a team. Like I learned so many things from that, and one of the things was, as a team, you just gotta make a decision together. Somebody makes a call, you just stick with it till the end, and after that, we see if it was good or not. And that's how you learn, right? Again, making bad decisions sometimes, making mistakes, it's okay, right? You're definitely just commit to the fight, see what happens.
The problem is like there is no grace. I always think that I can do something and then don't. But the reality is that is black or white. You know, I have to think like that.
Okay, so let's think about this situation here, right? A bit further, so we see the fiddle right here. We just push the wave. Okay, there's a new wave coming up. Okay, right? Very cool. Good. Right now, what do you think you should do? And tell me why.
I should have stayed because
Why?
Drake was still up.
Mm-hmm. Shaco was
Fiddle
in
is
Drake.
mid.
Fiddle is mid.
Keiko was in Drake. I
Right?
totally ignore him.
Yeah, so it's like basically, are you familiar with the tempo line concept?
I heard it in one
Mm-hmm.
of your videos.
Yeah, perfect. So here you can clearly see, there we go, that this guy is dead, right? So we're playing right now together on this line. This is taking Drake. You just pushed a wave. Mid is there. There's there, right? That's actually, yeah, exactly right. That's what's happening right now, right? But if you recall right now, you just put yourself on the worst tempo in the game like this, right? And our goal is to always have lines merged, especially because an enemy is dead, right? If you stay here, no matter what, you're playing 5 versus 4. Right now, doesn't matter what happens on the map. We basically win. Okay, they steal Drake. No problem. We take mid turret, okay? Okay, you dive bot lane here. No problem. You take Drake, then your jungler dives mid, and you take mid. No problem, right? Why? Well, because we are playing together and enemies are not together, because there are 4 of them, right? So always remember, like, my teammates are doing something. Yes, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna keep doing something. And even better, an enemy is dead, and teammates are doing something. We need to stay. We need to do something as well. Doesn't matter. Right, all the time. Just stay into things. Okay,
I
here we
had
cancel.
all.
Let's go.
I had ultimate. I stayed there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay. You missed that. It's okay. Wanna shove this. You see a TP happening, right? And here, after you push this wave, look at the map. A TP happening. You have a decision to make, right? Do I push bot lane or do I go help in the river? Make the decision. Go for it. Both are correct. Doesn't matter. Just do something because teammates are doing something. That's it. Don't recall, right? Don't recall. You so wanna recall.
I wanted to recall so bad.
Yeah, exactly. You see, you just wanna recall so bad. But why? Jin recalled as well. He was too low, right? Jin is for sure in base. What's stopping you right now from taking the turret? Right?
Nothing.
Even if Fiddle is
She's
here,
alone. She's
right?
half HP.
Right? Jin is in base, you know that. Even if Fiddle is here and you both die, cool. Fiddle is here. He's not top sized in fighting our teammates because our teammates are 3v2, right? So if you stay here, Fiddle has to choose bot or there. It's lose-lose for them, right? But if you recall and he chooses that, they win. You got nothing, right? So again, like, it's just teammates are so important. Like you enabling teammates and playing with teammates is so important. Yeah, this turret was free, right? You see? Guaranteed free turret. Okay. Let's see, we're running out of time. I really wanna, like, this is early game. I really wanna see like some mid game examples. Now we talked about early game. By the way, do you default? What do you do in mid game? Don't you like going mid by default?
I want to go mid like all the games, but sometimes when I see like the mid lane doesn't cooperate, I just go bot again. You know,
Yeah.
like for example, I sometimes like make a signal to them, or I sometimes write on the chat like let me mid, and if they don't listen to me, I just let them be. You know.
Okay. So here, is your mid laner letting you mid or not? What do you think?
I think if I stayed mid, he would have go bot.
Yeah, because there's a wave. They would have caught the bot wave, right? But now because you're bot, like they can go bot, right? Makes sense. And now if something happens on the map, you're so strong, you can't even do anything about it, right? It's kind of the problem. That's why we want bot lane or mid usually.
If Siren and me were mid, we could have.
You could have went
Spike
top here,
on
for
top.
example. You see how Anivia went top here? And she was
Yes.
mid, right? You could have went top after pushing that mid wave, right? But instead here you are not doing anything. You have 7 kills and teammates are losing now, right? But imagine you were top. It's just crazy, right? So just think like
I have 7 kills.
Side lanes are not really your problem as an ADC. Just keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. If your mid lane just doesn't want to leave, go bot, push the wave. Like most of the time, you know, bot turrets are gonna be destroyed most of the time, right? Go bot here, get this wave from like under your turret, and just go mid. Default. That's it. If your mid doesn't want to listen. And on mid lane, you kind of chill around here, hover, see what your jungle is doing. Your jungle most likely is gonna do things like here, right? Here or top, right? And just play like that. And then if the enemy bot lane is stupid and they stay bot, okay. I mean, we are playing like 5v3. Very nice. Great, let's go. If the enemy ADC is bot, or if the enemy bot is mid, that's what happens most of the time. And the enemy mid is here, right? You don't go here. You go here. And play together. And you fight enemy 5v3, right? Especially when you're ahead. Especially when you're ahead. Because as an ADC...
I have damage and they don't, so they lose all the fight.
The other thing about ADC in the side lane is that if you put Cassante on the side lane, chances are he's gonna win. That's fed, like you 7-1. He's gonna win every single 1v1, right? But if you put a 7-1 Jinx in the side lane, she's not gonna win against Renekton. She's not gonna win against Fiddle. Probably not gonna win against Wei, right? So that's the problem. That's why ADCs don't really belong in the side lane. If the mid doesn't want to let you, okay, you go bot wave and then back to mid, right? Definitely. See here, you go mid, you just got his flash, just because you were mid. And now let's talk about, about to say like this, tempo again, right? So, this is fine. Learn that. Zara missed E, he flashed. Okay. Now, look at the map. Right? You have... Let me move this out of the way. We have Zyra and Jinx here. Our mid laner is in base. Shaco is around here. Farming. Alright. Our Cassante is top. We don't see enemy top. We see their Jhin bot. We see their support here. Their mid is here, right? Okay. That's it. That's what we see. When it comes to tempo, right? Who is playing on tempo right now from your team?
Just Zyra and I.
Exactly, right? Then you have allies on this tempo, and then in mid lane, in the base, right? You have 3 different tempos. Oh my god, it's horrible. Enemies, right? Enemies have Jhin bot, not doing anything. Ashe is in the river. You know, she has ulti, I guess, so you could kind of see her on the tempo because she's going towards mid right now. And then you have 2 other enemies that you don't see. And you don't see 2 enemies, guess what? They are in the closest brush next to you that's unwarded. They're here somewhere. They're here, right? If you don't see enemies, they're on tempo. So automatically it's 2 allies on tempo against 3 enemy on tempo, potentially 4 with the Ashe, if you count her, right? So instantly you see this is not good, right? Because there could be Fiddle, there's an Ashe coming, and there's also a top laner coming, potentially, right? Because they have nowhere else to be anyway. They can go top with the wave. Right, so we're playing 2 versus 4 right now. That's the mistake here, right? And you can see how easy it is to avoid, right? You just look at that. Just count. Enemies, count allies. That's it, right? Just imagine if the enemy top lane was actually here to catch you. They've died as well, right? Here you got lucky. But even if you didn't die, like you're low HP, now you have to recall. And you lose the Drake, right? All because we just try to fight 2v4.
I try to... I should have taken his flash and just go. You know,
right? So
I
here,
committed too hard.
Yeah, here is like, here you're safe. Right? You're okay here. This is still fine. You see Renekton on top right now, actually. Perfect, right? But don't see Fiddle, don't see Ashe. You just keep that in mind. Before you join this, you know, Fiddle, Ashe. Okay, but this guy's hinting. Let's try to get him. Okay, you flashed. Now it's like, okay, now it's like, how do we catch him? Because he used everything. And we used everything. You know? So yeah, overextended for sure. Dialogue at tempo. Okay.
I see.
And again, this is a perfect example. Like you lost Drake because of you. That's such a good mentality to have. I did something bad, so lost Drake. Not my teammates went on Drake. Right? It's a much better mentality. Okay. So here we try to collapse on Renekton, which I think is really good. Very nice. Push the mid wave. Zara finds a huge engage. You follow this. Okay. And now this is very important. Pause the game right here, right? After Zara dies. She doesn't even die. Wow. Okay. Look at the map. What do you think? Step by step. Enemies.
I only see Jin.
Jin
I
is
know
bot.
that
Okay.
Ash and Hui are dead.
Yeah, so Jin is bot. And maybe Fiddle is
Jin is
somewhere.
bot.
Whatever. Okay. Perfect. Allies. Well, we have everybody alive. And Zaire is very low. Whatever. She's gonna recall. Cool. Objectives.
Only Nashor.
Okay. So it's a 4v 5v1 potentially if Zaire comes after recalling at Nashor. Do you think you can do it?
I think I can, yes.
Yeah. So you should right click in Nashor and spam ping. Right? But if you don't do that, what's gonna happen? Nobody's gonna follow.
Mm.
Aniver's gonna go bot. Okay. You're gonna be alone. They're gonna get caught.
I get.
Right? That's what's gonna happen.
I see.
Right?
I mean, yes. I should try to make the calls.
Yeah, like if you wanna climb, right, you need to listen to yourself and make the calls yourself. Because if an ally makes a call, it's 50-50, right? It's good or bad. You don't know. I have no idea. But if you make the call, because you think about this stuff and they don't, your chances are your call is better and it's more correct. So you should make the calls. And if you make a mistake, again, learn from it. It's fine. But when an ally makes a bad call, you learn nothing compared to when you make a bad call, right? So yeah, definitely, like here, just keep in mind, okay, Jinbot, Fiddle could be somewhere. So first of all, against champions like Fiddle, Nocturne, and I don't know, Twitch, right? You need to be a bit more careful as an ADC. They could just one-shot you. There's a potential to just one-shot you from over the wall, right? Every time. So you don't want to be alone, right? And that's why pinging is so important. You know, Nashor is up. Okay, taking this wave before Nashor, cool. I agree. But you should be careful because Fiddle is alive and you don't have allies, right? That's why
I could have like blue warded there,
blue ward,
like
perfect.
on
Right?
the jungle sound.
Blue ward, or even like just ping, and then uneven shake would be here. Ping and wait a little, right? Let the waves crash, basically, right? So here I would be pumping Baron, then uneven would turn back, shake would come as well, right? And here I would just kind of wait, you know, let the waves crash in the middle, then you grab the waves here, from right here where you are, right? That's it.
Mm.
You're not even gonna die to Fiddle. You don't even need to blue ward, basically, right? And
Yes.
even if you take the wave like this and you ping and Anivia's next to you, well, Anivia's gonna kill Fiddle, and that's much better than what happened right now, right? For sure.
I see.
Because now they have a potential to do something with Fiddle up and you're dead.
I decided to go there.
So here we went to Geraint, but that's fine. I think it's okay. And then you wanted turret, but the problem is, look, you and Cassandra against 4 enemies, right? Sure, you can know they're bot, so that's why you wanted this, which is fine. This is good reasoning, right? Because you know where they are. Then I try to back off. I would say priority should be mid wave, not jungle camps. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, definitely you don't want to go crazy because you don't have teammates, right? You want to take the mid wave first because, you know, you lost so many minions under turret. You lost more minions under turret worth of gold than from just a Gromp, right?
Mhm.
So basically lost gold and made Sheko lose gold because you took his camps as well, right?
I see.
It's a team game after all, right? You don't like the junglers get camps, laners get minions. That's it. Unless things happen and your jungle is top side and you wanna take cracks, that's fine, okay, right? And here it's like if you have a wave, you don't take camps, you take wave, right?
I see.
All right. Let's get a couple more examples. Let's see. But for now, it's gonna be a lot of stalemate. That's what happens in these games. Let's see what happened here. Okay, perfect. Let's see what happened here. This is a really good example. Yeah, teammates dying. Perfect. This is actually an extremely good example. So a Drake happens, right? You see Hui there. Okay, you commit to this. You see Fiddle. Okay, you take Drake. Cool. Taking this mid wave, you see Fiddle. Okay, sure, right? Fine. Good. And now, Aniva is dead. Cassandra is dead, right? What should you do if allies are dead and they are not on tempo?
I could have recall here.
Recall or
just protect the tower.
Just if you can protect the turret, don't even protect it. Just AFK, basically. Just don't do anything crazy because you don't have allies. They're dead, right?
They can kill in this point of the game. 3 people can kill me easily under tower,
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
I don't. I
Even
am
two.
not thinking that.
Yeah. But yeah, you just look. You see fiddle here, right? You see fiddle, right? There's the fiddle. So here you're like, okay, I cannot get close, right? Well, not really, right?
Yeah.
But what's important to know is that you know you don't have allies, which means you shouldn't do anything. If you don't have allies, literally, being AFK right now is better than doing anything at all. It's that simple to think about it, right? And this way you'll never die like this. This is very bad, right? And you see how easy it is to prevent. Like you just know it's 1v3 right now. You just know that. Don't rely on turrets mid-game, they don't exist, right? It's just a 1v3, you never take this, basically. Screw a turret, you don't need a turret. You should be like, when just keep that in mind. When allies are dead, let the enemies take whatever they want. You can't really do much about it. Because they're just outnumbered. Alright. Perfect. What happened here? We took a fight. Jinx from Arcane. Oh, okay. So here, for example, right? 2 enemies are dead. 1 ally dead. There are 4 people right here. And 3 enemies could be here. What does that mean?
I should play safe here. I don't have vision on jungle.
Okay, but you say safe. But how many allies do you have with you right now, including yourself?
3. Well, like
Including
we are
yourself.
4.
Yeah, you are 4, right? And how many enemies could be here?
Only 2.
Well,
Only 3.
3, right?
3.
Because only 2 of them are dead. 3 others could be anywhere, right? So now we are like 4v3, worst case, right? That's good, isn't it? That's good, right? So now it's like, yeah, let's go together and maybe try to get the next wave together. If somebody's here, we fight. Oh, fiddle over the wall. Okay, cool. Whatever. Right? You see how easy it is to play when you just have more numbers? It's just crazy, right? That's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
That was I hope that you didn't see that.
Oh well.
That was a misclick. And that killed me later.
Oh, this is
Fucking misclick.
you wanted the kill, right? Or what?
No.
I thought you killed first.
I pinged the fiddle because
Oh,
I
you
didn't know
wanted
why he did that.
you ping with G. You use G to ping on the keyboard?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. I ping with Alt. I don't have this issue. Or Alt Control. I think Alt. I don't remember.
but that was no. It was not like a tilt thing or anything.
I just
was
oh well.
Yes.
I mean, this was a useless ping, right? Whatever. It's fine. Okay, that's better. Okay, what matters now is look, Fiddle dead. We are here. Cassade TP. Shaco is coming. Okay. This is a good fight. We win this fight. Okay, let's see how you play this. Right? Why use ulti? Okay. Look at Zyra. Okay, she's going. You hit an electron. Okay, we're gaming. Okay. Perfect. We keep hitting them. We keep hitting that guy. You can hit Jin here. He's in your face. Okay.
I don't know why this fight went so wrong. You know?
Let's recap. Let's see. Could you have done something better? Well, yeah, I mean, you're not even here to press E on the way. You're not even here to press W on the way, right? So you need, again, confidence, right? The moment you see Cassante TP, you need to be in there, right? You need to be in there. Feeder is not here. Nobody can really touch you. Way is focused on anyway, right? He just uses fear. Nothing else matters. You need to go. Right? We are too far. We are too afraid for no reason. In a 5 versus 4, right? So just counting allies, counting enemies is gonna teach you how to play the game. When you see this situation 5v4, you right click, I don't care. You frontline, you die, you still win, doesn't matter. Because people use abilities on you, it's fine. Much better than being safe, right? Here you just wanna commit, right? You back off, hit the Jhin here, who's stopping you? Hit the Jhin, right? Hit the Jhin. You're backing off so far, why, right? That's the thing, like being in max range like this is good in a normal fight, but when you're 5 versus 4, you need to keep going. You need to go crazy, you wanna go, right? You hit the Jhin, okay, you have ult the Jhin right now. Right, it's like, we wanna commit everything we have, basically.
I see.
When you know it's a good fight, you wanna
I'm
commit.
just too passive.
Yeah. You're passive
they
in a
kill
fight,
you.
you are winning guaranteed because you have more numbers. And then now, your 3 allies are dead, right? And you have 2 players here. And enemies could be 5. And now you fight like crazy. What? Now you're fighting? Right? You see how, like, you die here. Imagine if you commit here, and you die here instead. It's much better, right? It's way better, because maybe allies could have gotten a kill instead. Maybe you would have saved another ally, right? That wouldn't have died here, basically, right? So that's just a cool way to look at it. Yeah, you have more numbers, you fight. You don't have numbers like here, you don't fight. No matter what here, I don't want to see you walk up. Just go defend top, defend mid, that's all. Alright. Now let's see what happened at the end of the game. That's what I want to see. I think we win the game, right? Easily. We easily win this game. Okay. The mid game is more of this, basically. That's it. Just count and that's it. That's what you need to worry about. Tempo, right? So here, look. Shaco is bot about to assassinate Wei. Okay. Cassandra is pushing. Okay. 4 other enemies could be somewhere. We don't know where. We assume they are all mid lane, which means we are 3v4 mid lane now, right? So here we should kind of chill. Ping people to back off. Let Cassante and Shaco do their thing, right? Let them go, let them push, let them do their thing, right? Here I would just be not staying mid. First of all, they have an Ashe, right? They have a fiddle threat. Wanna keep those in mind, right? Because if Anivia wasn't here, you would have been dead. Why? Because you didn't back off. That's why, right? That's the mistake.
I should have let Anivia die there.
Oh, for sure. You know this is a bad fight already because you know it's a 3v4 potentially, right? You already know that. You should know instantly we shouldn't fight. If somebody gets Ashe out here, we don't fight. That's it, right? But yeah, here at least you let her die eventually. You didn't die at least, right? And now, okay, we see Zyra, we see Jinx, we see Cassandra TP. And we are dead. This is... What's the number situation? A 3v5, right? It is 4 enemies, 3 allies. But this is not good. Right? This is not great. You wanna chill, you wanna play very safe, right? You wanna play this fight like you played the other fight we talked about. You wanna play it safe, right? Like right here.
Yes.
You got a kill. Well, the barrier is late, oh well. Hopefully you're out. You should run. You should definitely prioritize your HP here instead of fighting. Because right now you're fighting 1v2, you see?
I let him hit the 4th bullet.
Right? But here
I should have go cure myself, buy a potion, and be back like full HP for another fight.
Yeah, basically, right? So
But
here
I
it's
let
like
myself die.
you see how like even if your allies die, it doesn't matter. The game is still not over. And if I died, cool. Here you take this fight, you play decent. I would say, you know, maybe a bit mechanically better, whatever. Who cares, right? It's fine. We got one. Good. Right? We get out. Barrier again, mechanics, whatever. You see how the mechanics don't even matter here. Even if you barrier like useless barrier and everything, doesn't matter. Here you escaped. You're out. Cool. Get out. Good. Right? How do you know you need to get out? Because it's one of you. You can even count the Zyra, and there's still 3 enemies here. Right? It's all in the numbers. It's that simple. It's all in the numbers. Let them take this. They take the inhib, you get full HP. Zyra gets full HP. You come back, you defend the next to you have Shaco. It's now a 3v3, because we is bot. Good, we saved the game. We still win. Right? It's cool.
Right. Wow.
So, like every single example we took in this game where you died. Let's look at one more. Let's see, 4 deaths. Was that your 5th? Oh, here. That's what happened here. Alright. So here you are off tempo a little. Let's go from before. Okay, perfect. Oh, this is such a good example. I'm not sure what happened, but Fieldel died, right? He got caught. Cool. We are 5 versus 4 once Shaco respawns and he comes here, right? We are 5 versus 4 right now. There's no objectives, but there's no open inhib, right? Or if there's no open inhib, we are 5 allies. Enemies could be 4, right? Which means...
Why am I backing there?
We should do something, right? We are 5v4, we should do something. You have money for item? It doesn't matter if you have money for item. We are 5v4, right? Don't recall. You should also tell Cassandra not to recall, right? At the same time. And one thing, like here, maybe this is hard to see, but Cassandra has teleport, right? He's got teleport. You don't need to recall when your top lane has teleport and he recalls, right? Because here, like, he's still on tempo because teleport exists. So keep that in mind, right? That's a bit harder to spot, I guess, but just keep it in mind. But you recalling here means you are late on tempo here, and teammates are fighting without you because you recalled, right?
Right.
So here, imagine you didn't recall. You just kill 4 enemies. I think you end the game, right?
I could have won there. Yeah.
You could have just ended the game here if you didn't just didn't recall. Because you see, like, you would have made a huge difference here.
Yes.
Like, a huge difference here.
I was so strong. They were all full HP. Casante had TP. He could have been in the fight. Oh,
Right?
this is so painful.
You see how, like, you could have just won that?
And he killed me there.
Here you should definitely use your chompers for sure, right? You didn't use chompers, mechanical mistake, right? But imagine you are in the fight. You didn't even need to use chompers or play well. Just right click when you were in the fight with teammates. And now only Fiddle would be up. You would have 4 people alive and only Fiddle to defend for 30 seconds. I don't think Fiddle can do it, right? He would have ended the game right here. That's it.
With Zaira and Casante taking the
everything,
hit.
right? You would have just ended the game right now. But here you decide to recall when Fiddle was dead and you were 5 versus 4. You decide to put yourself again from this strong position. You put yourself here. And now it's like allies are 4 versus 4, right? Now the fight is legit a coin flip instead of being guaranteed with you here. That's what happened, right? And here, guaranteed you would have ended the game. There's no way you wouldn't, right? You don't need a Bloodthirst to end the game better, right? So this is why don't recall for items. Don't care. This is why you see me staying in lane, in mid game, late game with like 3,000 gold. I'm still staying because we're just rolling, steamrolling, just staying together to get together. Enemies come one by one, and then they FF, and that's it. I never go to buy my items because I didn't need them, right?
But you did win.
Yeah. So, yeah, you see, like, it's not that hard to learn this stuff. It's very straightforward, I would say, right?
I see now.
Right?
Yes.
It's kind of manageable all of a sudden, right? And here, we probably thought, like, my teammates initiated the fight without me, right? That's probably what you thought. Well,
yes, I thought, why you fight without me?
Right?
I always type that on chat, like, don't fight without me, but I am not like present when I have to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see that mistake from me. I just thought, like, why they fight without me? That's my only like thought, you know.
Yep. But now, what do you think happened in reality?
I wasn't in the right tempo.
Exactly. So it's your fault, right? At the end of the day,
It's my fault. Yes.
only what you do matters. Isn't that crazy? Right? It's crazy.
It is.
It's so crazy. Right? And this is why I can never get tilted in my teammates, ever. I never get tilted. How could I get tilted when, like, everything I do is my fault anyway? Right? Like, what? Yeah, sure, my ally goes AFK, they int intentionally, they troll the game. Okay, I know, it happens. But it happens in the enemy team too, so it's like it doesn't matter in the long run, right? Who cares? Right? So there's never an excuse to be mad at your teammates, because, yeah, absolutely no reason, right? Okay, this was very, 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 very good vote, honestly, to learn a lot from it. Nice.
Yes.
Any questions?
No, I think I have everything clear. I mean, I know that everything, almost everything was my fault. I didn't see that way.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say that I lose that game. So for you to know, and I wanted to watch this game because before I was thinking like this game was very winnable, but I lost. Why? I didn't know why. Like I didn't know anything. I thought like right. I thought like I did a misclick here with a flash. I did a bad barrier here. I didn't put like a good W, but everything else I didn't. You know.
Yeah, so it's like you focus on the wrong things, basically, right?
Yes, yes.
And on the mechanics, those don't matter, you see? Like, they don't matter, right? And basically, this is the Swiss cheese bottle. I love this thing. It's basically this outcome, right? It's you losing the game, right? And these layers of cheese are like mistakes you're making, right? So it's like here you died because okay, you didn't use chompers, right? You would have won the game. This one layer, you would have chose chompers. Okay, mechanical thing, cool. Here, you shouldn't have recalled. Another layer of cheese. Here, you should have just backed off and came back from base. Another layer of cheese. The early game here, you should have recalled. Another layer of cheese. You have like freaking 20 layers of cheese. And it's like, if you just fix one of those mistakes that happen, the game is just won. You don't even lose the game, right? You don't have to be a perfect player to win games. You don't have to, not even close. From 20 mistakes, you only need to correct one and you win the game. It's that simple. That's it, right? And if anything, this is just going to give you confidence to just make your own decisions, look at yourself, and just know that, hey, look, climbing is actually very doable. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect at the end of the day.
Yes.
Cool.
I see.
All right.
This was really good. I didn't think anything about this. Like I always see your streams or your videos or even your coachings, but I can't like I couldn't put the mistakes people were making like parallel to mine. So seeing my game, like my jinx there was like very
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's more like personal, like made for you in a way.
Yes,
Right?
it's very intimate. Like you did that, not like a random person on the internet.
Yeah, it's like you
I
could have done
did
something
that
different, right?
mistake.
It's crazy, right? You can impact the
Yes.
game. It's insane. What? You can do that? As ADC? Huh?
Yes.
Right? All right. Okay. Well, if anything comes up, any questions, just ask me. No worries. I don't mind it. Feel free.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries.